Hey everybody, it has been a while since I've made a video. Been, I guess, busy and trying to stay peaceful during all this time that our nation is in and praying a lot. But I wanted to make some sourdough bread today. I got Mary gave me the sourdough starter here a while back. This is my 4th time to make it. I am not the best bread maker yet. Mary and my daughter Jessica are the best bread makers that I know. Actually, they're the only two bread makers I know, but they are the best at it. So I'm going to try to make sourdough bread today, and we'll see how it comes out. But first thing I have to do is pour off what they call this liquor, this little fluid here that's on top, and you just pour it off. And just don't pour out your starter. And then you're left with that. And then I have to turn my hot water on because there's a lot of hot water that goes with this. Okay, so now I'm going to dump this into my bowl. And you have to, when you put it in the refrigerator, you got to give it enough, a big enough of a container that you that it can grow, because it's going to expand some, because you're going to use, that won't work, you're going to use well, that may not work either. Anyways, you're going to use about a cup and a half, so this will grow to 3 cups, because you'll always use 1 cup and a half. And then you will always have 1.5 cups to put in the refrigerator for the next time. So anyways, okay, so we poured off the liquor. Now it says to feed it 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 1.5 cups, 2 cups of warm, very warm water from the tap and 2 cups of flour. Okay, so I'm going to do my 2 cups of flour. Yes, I've washed my hands multiple times. But anyways, I hope that everybody's been doing well since the last time I had a video with y'all and visited. I do pray everybody's safe and well. Spring is on its way, folks. We will be able to, I heard the birds out there a few minutes ago. I went outside and it's like, oh, that, and I'm waiting for the crickets. I love the crickets. And the frogs. But anyways, you stir this up until it's smooth, until it's all incorporated. So you just stir and stir and stir. And first time I made this, I let it overproof. Don't let it overproof, because it'll go real pretty and then it goes real flat. And I baked it anyways, but it was nasty. So, I guess the best way is to learn and make your mistakes at the beginning, and then you can go from there. So, anyways, and I even took some a little bit last time and spread it out and put, I took some sausage and onions and bell peppers and stuff, and I cooked that real good, and then I put that inside and then flipped it over, made kind of like a sandwich. Really good, but I didn't put enough meat in it, so I ended up having to cut it open and just put it like an open face sandwich, which was okay too. Okay, so we got that. It says now you take 1.5 cups of this and put it in your bowl to let's see here, put it in your bowl. So I'm going to use the half cup because it's easier. If I can find it, here's one. And I just do 3 of these. But can you see me doing this? So there's one. Wash your hands again. So I'd rather use my hands than a spoon. Okay. So there's one. Make sure you wash your hands if you do this. Okay, there's 2, so that's a cup. and 3. And this summer, or this spring, we're going to plant sorghum. We've decided that we wanted to plant some sorghum. Tim's we've been looking for a sorghum meal, but haven't found one yet. They're hard to find out here in the country. And of course you can buy one, but you know, if we got the lottery, we would buy one. But otherwise, we will be making our own. So I'm going to, before I do anything else, let me rinse this out. And pour that in there. Now, the starter that I fed, that I'm going to keep, you want it to sit on the outside on the cabinet probably for an hour or so until it bubbles. And, you know, because if you put it in the refrigerator and it's too cool, then it won't do what it's supposed to do, I guess. So, anyway, let me do this. So, I'll put this out here and let it sit, and then I'll come back in an hour or so, and if it's bubbled up, I'll put the lid on it and put it in the refrigerator. And Mary said you do this, you feed it about every 4 days. And she said she ended up letting hers go a week before she fed hers one time, and it was okay. So, anyways, there's that, and I'll show you later on in the video after it's bubbled up before I put it in the fridge. And so now, for 2 loaves of bread, and a stand mixer. Darn. Hang on just a second. Okay, I am back. I forgot that I have to mix this in a stand mixer. So anyways, I got my water going for 1.5 cups of very hot tap water. And where is my, of course I can't find it. Anyways, let me just do it this way. Maybe 1, 2, 3. No, that's 1.25 cups. Read your instructions better, Linda. Okay, so anyways, let me see if I can find my 4th cup. I used them a lot and then I forget where I put them. Well, I'll do an 8. You know, I always thought that I would never use fractions, but that's wrong. So, okay, so 1, 2, that's 1 cup. 1/8, 2/8 is 1/4 of a cup. Alright, so I got my hot water, and then it says 1 tablespoon of yeast, and make sure your yeast is good, because Jesse came for Thanksgiving and tried to make rolls, and my yeast was out of date and it didn't work. So make sure your yeast is in date. 1 tablespoon of yeast, and then you have to have 2 tablespoons of sugar, and Mary says that's so that it feeds the yeast. So 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then you put your whisk on there and you let it mix until it's frothy. I don't know if that's a word, but that's what Mary says. Let it be frothy. So I'm going to let that mix, and let's see, tap water, whisk, and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so while that's doing that, I'm going to get my shortening because I'll have to add that. And let me go ahead and sift my flour. Oh, I found my cup. I don't need it now, but anyway. So you have to sift the rest of the flour. Mary says it makes for a very smooth bread. So you need. Why are you doing that? Okay, so that's frothy. So I'm going to put a timer for 10 minutes. and we'll see. While I'm waiting, I'll go ahead and do 1, 2, 3 cups. When you read my instructions, always make copies of this if you've got it, because if you're like me, you're messy and you don't want it to rerun. Okay. Whisk, add the shortening, salt, and the sourdough starter. 2 cups of sifted plain flour, mixed till smooth. So this one's 3 cups. I'm going to have to put that to the side because I'll do that whenever I put the bread hook in. So I'll have to get another bowl for the 2 cups. And don't do like I did last time and grab the bowl that had the 3 cups for the 2 cups. You know, if life isn't complicated enough, I end up doing it again, making it more complicated. So that's my 3 cups. I need to put that to the side. Let me get give me another bowl for 2 cups. Okay, so this is the 2 cups. And like I said, it's beautiful out there today. I think it's like 60 out there. We're blessed. I know some places are having snow. And we would like snow, but this time of the year, it's like I'm done and over with. If we don't have snow before now, I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for, although that makes us have a longer mowing season, but that's okay too. That is all right. Okay, so that's doing its thing. So warm water, yeast, sugar, whisk. So you got your shortening. I'll need salt and my sourdough starter, which is over here. 2 cups of plain sifted flour. Mix till smooth and then change it to a dough hook. Okay. So, and it's kind of chilly, so I'm going to turn my oven on a little bit, and then that way I'll take my bowl off and put it on the oven, on the top of the oven, so that it will be warm, and put a towel over it. So anyways, we got 7 minutes, so let me just turn you off, and I'll turn you back on in a little bit. Maybe. I'm back. I just wanted to share with y'all while we're waiting for the frothy yeast to do its thing. I wanted to share with you some scriptures that God's been giving me during all this civil unrest. And I always write mine in the ones that are really, which they're all important. But I start putting them in the front of my Bible. And yep, I write in my Bible because this is my study workbook. I go to it every day and I underline. So anyways, the scriptures that God has given us, well, given me, it's found in Isaiah 30:15. It says, "You will be delivered by returning and resting. Your strength will lie in quiet confidence." This is January the 19th. Tomorrow is inauguration, and I'm going to lie in quiet confidence. God's got this. We've done all we can do. And now I just start praying more for our nation. And I'm going to keep my eyes on God. Not on the government, not on man. And in Isaiah, I've been a lot in Isaiah. But Isaiah 49:16, it says, "I have inscribed you on the palms of my hands." God knows you. He knows our names. He knows exactly where we're at. And if we will turn to Him, we will find the peace that the world can't give us. And that's where I'm at right now, is I look to God for the peace that the world cannot give us. And we still have almost 5 minutes left. So let me see if there's anything else I can do. I don't think there's anything else I can do besides close the cupboards. Do you leave your cupboard doors open? I do. And then I have to come back and close them. So anyways, Tim's outside working on the tractor so we can get the ground plowed for the sorghum that we're going to grow. And we're also going to plant a patch of purple hull peas. Wonderful peas. And he's also going to make me a pea sheller. You dump these in there. Look it up on YouTube. It's amazing. You dump them in this barrel type thing, and it has paddles in there, and it just thrashes them out. And if you've ever heard the phrase, it sounds like a pea thrasher, usually it's talking about some kind of a motor that's breaking. That you'll know. I'll have to make a video when we do our peas and put it in the sheller, because it's loud, or it is on YouTube. So anyways, he's up there working on the tractor. And it's been beautiful weather this winter. Just a few days that we've had to stay in because it would be cold or rainy. And so we've been blessed. And so anyways, I will see you in just a few minutes. I'm back. Still waiting for the yeast to do its thing. So I thought, well, I'll just put supper on. And I thought, well, I'll tell you what I'm doing today. I got some chicken legs, and so I've got them thawed, and I'm going to barbecue them, but I cheat. I take and put them in the crock pot first, and if I don't have time, I'll put them in a pot and boil them. But I cook them in the crock pot, and then the last, whenever I'm ready, I'll take and put them in my Easy Bake Oven, my air fryer oven, and pour the barbecue sauce on them and bake them that way. So anyways, let me put some water in this, and I'll just let that cook. It's 12, so hopefully by 3 these should be done, because I got them on high. If not, I'll stick them in a pot of water and finish them out. But so got my supper started. Oh, it'll be so good with bread. I'll have my homemade bread. And I'm going to, I don't know if I told you, but I'm going to make one loaf plain. And then I'm going to do cheese and herbs in the other one to make it a little bit savory. Oh, there is my timer. So I guess let me turn this off. Hang on. And let me get the lid to my crock pot. Got to finish that first. Okay, so I'm just going to move you around carefully so that I don't break the leg again. Yeah, anyways. All right. So, let me see. What am I supposed to do now? Let it stand to bloom. It was blooming. That's the name, the word that they use. So, my yeast has bloomed. Okay, now I'm going to add a fourth a cup of shortening. And I'm just using the Crisco, just the shortening here. You know what? Maybe that's a fourth. Yay, that's a fourth. All right, let me wash my hands again. I'd rather wash them too much than not enough. And, boy, my counters look messy, but that's okay. So anyways, I'm going to lift this up. And I'm going to turn you so you can see. Okay, so a fourth of a cup. Let me make sure that's a fourth. Okay, a fourth of a cup of shortening. Okay. Then you take a tablespoon of salt. Let me get my tablespoon. Let me get my salt. So a tablespoon of salt. Okay. Make sure it says a tablespoon, not a teaspoon. 1 tablespoon. It's a big tea, not a little tea. 1.5 cups of the starter. That's what this is. That I put it in there when I separated it. And okay, make sure your mixer bowl is secured. Okay. 2 cups of the sifted flour. So, I probably should have did that a little bit at a time, but anyway, I guess I'll know. And then I'll start it slow so I don't make a white, puffy mess. And it says here, mix to smooth. Then when it gets all smooth, then I can change and put the bread hook in and put the 3 cups of sifted flour. And while that's mixing smooth, let me get I got 2 loaf pans. This was my Pampered Chef pan. And then I had to go buy me another one because I didn't have 2. And I don't have in there that it's supposed to be oiled, but I'm going to go ahead and oil it anyway. Okay, but it'll be a while because this has got to double. This has got to rise. Okay, that looks good. Mix to smooth. Change the whisk to the dough hook. That looks pretty smooth. Okay, now we change it to the dough hook. I hope you can see this. Yeah, you can. Alright, now I am going to do this a little at a time because I really don't want a white cloud. Okay. I'm going to get it on there. I don't want to have to clean up flour. Okay, we pour the rest of it in there. I hope I'm supposed to use all 3 cups. Yep, okay. I did, so we'll see. Now, you have to mix this until you have a smooth ball and a clean bowl. So we will look and see. I don't know, I've got to make it a little bit higher. And Jessie did this the other day when she was making it because it was wanting to. Okay, it's beginning to thicken up. Well, it looks like a ball, and the sides of the bowl is clean. So I'm going to call that done, but I'm going to show you what it is, what it looks like. See? So I guess that's a good enough ball. Bowls are clean. Now I have to cover this with the towel and I let it double in size. So I'll get back with you when it's doubled in size. Hey, I'm back. I just wanted to show you some things. I was talking to you about doing things to help you feel less stressful. And so I wanted to show you some of the things I've been doing. I crochet. So this is a project. It's not finished. Kim wants it big enough to put on the bed. And then I made some fingerless gloves and a few scarves. And my twin sister Brenda, I made her hat and a scarf to match. And so that's just another thing. Sewing, crocheting, handwork, anything to help calm yourself down. Okay, I'm moving y'all over because the dough is ready. So I wanted to show you what the next step is. See, it's doubled in size. Looks pretty good. So anyway, let me wash my hands because I touched the phone. What you do is you take, and I've washed my counter, but you take the counter and you pour a little bit of oil on there and smear it around. Then you pull this out. Get it all out. You don't want to waste anything. Oh yeah, that feels nice and warm. Okay. And then you just kind of flatten it out some and roll it like you would Mary says you roll it like you would a jelly roll. And be aggressive with it. Okay, and roll it out, and then cut it. I'm gonna do that again though. I may not need to have done it all the way, but that's okay. And then you divide it, cut it. Let me get me a knife. Cut it in half and put it in your pans, your loaf pans. So, and she said kind of make it shaped like a loaf of bread, you know, fill the pan. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one here, I wanted to get it flat because I want to put some spices in it and some cheese and make it a little bit savory. Let me put you on hold. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, so I've got everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. I'm going to put that in there. And I got some roasted garlic. I'm going to put that in there. And some cheddar cheese. So let's kind of get going on that. And just kind of work it in. Because the last time I did something, I didn't put enough. Because this is going to double in size. So you want it to be, or I do. Okay, there's that. All this is a process of learning what I shouldn't do. So we'll see what this does. And then I'm going to put some cheese in there. And I'm going to go ahead and roll it up like I did the first part of it. And I'm going to, we'll see what it does now. So, there you go. There you have it. Now I'm going to put this in the oven because I turned my oven on 350 to make it into a proof box. And then you turn it off. And a proof box is just a place that you can, you know, it's warm. And you just put that in there. And you put a pan of water, and that's already gone. So I'm going to put a little bit more. And that just keeps it kind of moist. Okay. So now I'm going to set the timer for about, I'm going to leave that cracking a little bit because I think the other times it's been too hot. So I'm going to check it every 30 minutes and then I'll check it every 10 minutes when it gets closer because I don't want it to fall again. So anyways, I will turn the video back on when I check it again. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, it's me again. One of the loaves were big enough, so let me switch it to the side there. And let me show you. So that's the first loaf. And I'm playing with the time and stuff because I think it's just too much. So I've got it on 350 for 20 minutes and we'll see what it does there. The others it's still not risen enough. So I'll show you that when we get back. Bye. Okay, I now have my finished product of the bread. So when it cools down, I'll cut the other one with the cheese in it because it's kind of hard to cut right now. But there you have it. There's my fourth try at sourdough bread. We will see you later. Hey, it is Linda. I have the final product of my bread. Let me get it over here so you can see it. And let me switch it around. This is my cheese bread that's got the spices in it. And that probably need more cheese, but that's okay. And then this is my regular white bread. I had to cook it twice. I don't think I proofed it enough. But anyways, it still tastes good. So that's it for today on bread making and how to keep yourself calm during a stressful life that our world has become lately. So anyways, I guess I will let you go, and we will talk to you later, and you have a very blessed day. Bye.